Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel and I go by Rachel Ray on the internet, and this is another Flosstube video. Welcome if this is your first time, and welcome back if you're returning. This is the video each week where I talk all about cross-stitching and other fiber arts. Today is a really interesting day because this whole past week has been me gearing up for the things that I want to do next week. So thus, not a lot of stitching happened, but I do have some announcements that I'll leave for later on in the video. And I only have a little bit of haul and things to show you. So it's just whips, no finishes, no nothing like that. And so let's just get right into it. I assume that today's episode will be a little bit shorter than normal, so I apologize to those of you who really love my hour-long videos. I promise I'll bring those to you soon. I was really hoping that my box of goodies, well, there's actually two boxes of goodies, were going to come from Jessie, Mislaid Pages, to me so that I could share all the haul with you, but it looks like that's going to be next week. So let's jump right in. First up, I'm going to talk about my Clouds Factory Grimm Fairy Tales Stitch Along from last year. It started and finished last year, but I'm woefully behind, and so I'm using this project as my 24/7 stitching challenge, which there's a group on Facebook if you'd like to join. And basically you just do either 25 stitches or 25 minutes each day on the project, and I did. So here we go. I'm working on the Rapunzel section, and I'm very nearly finished now. So I'm going to go ahead and fold this up so that I can show you in better detail what I've done. Honestly, I didn't do as much as I hoped I would do. I'm really bad at disciplining myself. So I often say I'm going to do a thing and then I just, kind of fall behind on it. Either because something else takes my fancy or something else takes my attention away. And since I work from home, it often does just distract the crafts away from me. So this is the section that I've been working on for the last few weeks. Oops, sorry, directionally challenged again. There we go. So I've done a few of the Quaker motifs with the beautiful variegated flosses from Weeks Dye Works. My favorite is the Berry Splash, which is the letters, and I filled in those areas there. Unfortunately, I have not changed the skin color yet on this person, but I will be doing that this week because I'd like to make it a little bit lighter so that the hair doesn't distract from the skin. I think there is a little chicken, and then there's another kind of star motif, kind of like these, over on the other side, and then we move on to the next month's drop. So that's really exciting. This is stitched on 16 count Barbarol Creations olive oil. It's beautiful. So that's whip number 1. Whip number 2, I'm going to go ahead and try to take it out of the Q-snap while I talk about it. So I have been trying to finish this stitch. It's called Wakanda Forever by Park Hopper Bart, and I absolutely love the pattern. It is really cool, especially if you like geometric shapes and weird alphabet, because obviously it's the Wakandan, like an ancient Wakandan, or maybe it's not ancient, maybe it's their actual modern day language. I don't know actually, but so this is how far I got. I got a considerable amount of the, sorry, I didn't iron it, the alphabet done at the top. I finished all of the purple except for the one on the end over here, the geometric shape, and I ran out of the white floss. I'm using Weeks Dye Works in Snowflake, and I went ahead and I ordered 2 more skeins of that. So I'd like to continue to fill in at the top, and then I'm going to move down and start working at the bottom. That is stitched on a, ooh, I don't have it on me. This, if I look at the stitches, it's a 32 count Mystic hand-dyed fabrics in the colorway Nothing. And it's definitely linen. Oh, it still smells good. Okay, so that is the second project that I worked on this week. I told you this is going to be fast. And then the third project I worked on is this beautiful thing right here. I'm not going to take it out of the Q-snap. Where does it goes this way. Sorry. I'm not going to take it out of the Q-snap because I want to work on it more tonight. This is the Twisted Rainbow Sampler by Northern Expressions Needlework. So I completed band number 3, which is full cross stitch, and I started band number 4, which is the scallop stitch. And then I am beginning down here with something called the Norwich stitch and then the double Leviathan stitch. It is gorgeous. It really is 3D. Beautiful project. The cross stitch, I found that particular motif to be incredibly repetitive and boring. So actually I did a phone call with my father, and I did a few other phone calls while working that, and I found that really helped me get through it, because if I was just watching Flosstube or something, I'd get way too distracted and just not want to do it anymore. I'm loving it. I absolutely love that stitch. It is like, I just don't want to stop. So I'm going to keep working on it. I know that I said that I was going to work on the New Normal by Long Dog Samplers, but I did not touch it. However, I'm going to insert some pictures because I spent this week getting ready for the Black Needle Society's Frogwarts retreat. Frogwarts is like a play on Hogwarts. And so I looked at the challenge sheet that they put out for the retreat. And basically they'll have random 1-hour stitching challenges where they will, they'll pick a challenge. They've given us the prompts ahead of time, but they're going to pick that challenge and we have to stitch on something with XYZ. I don't have it to hand. It's actually in the bag that's just on the other side of the desk. But yeah, you might have to stitch on a project with bones, or you might have to stitch on a project where the designer is no longer living, etc. And I am really excited. So I went ahead and I found all of the projects that I would use for the prompts and wrote down, what project they are and things like that. So that's all squared away and ready to go. And that'll start, July 8th, I believe. I might be wrong. I'll put the right date here. I should remember these things, but they kind of just go out of my memory. So I'm also about to start a diamond paint along with Mrs. Crochet and Coffee here on YouTube. We are going to be diamond painting Where the Fun Never Ends by Mandy Manzano. And I just kitted up and I'm so ready. I cannot wait. I want to start right away, but I'm going to try to wait until tomorrow to begin. And you'll see an official post from me on Instagram about that very, very soon. So I imagine that my stitchy progresses will kind of pull back a little as I jump back into diamond painting a little bit. But I still will have plenty to share with you next week, I promise. The one thing that I haven't done this month that I really wanted to do was some auctions for charity. And as you know, I do love to give money for charity. It's something that I find really enjoyable, and it gives me a lot of happiness to be on the other end of that, because I have so many beautiful things and I want to share them, but I also want to raise money for good causes. So I am going to be supporting the Trevor Project, and you can read more about the Trevor Project. I'll put in a little blurb for you over here, but basically it's to help LGBTQIA2S plus youth, and focusing on the youth, because a lot of young people are always, being a young person is hard enough as it is, but when you feel like you're different from everybody else, it makes it a lot harder. And some people decide that they they feel like they have no one that they can turn to. And I want you to know that if you are someone like that, please know that you are not alone and that you are not the only person to feel this way, and we are here to help. You just need to tell someone. It could be your best friend, or it can be a completely anonymous phone call that you make, but definitely make sure that you take care of yourself, because you are important and we want you here. And for that reason, I'm going to be providing auctions on my Instagram page. So if you don't follow me already, please follow me at Rachel Ray Craft. All one word, no S at the end, and get ready, because I'm going to start posting these on Tuesday. First up is for my diamond painting friends. So those of you who are diamond painters or really love diamond painting, you know that I have a lot of them, and I just finished destashing not too long ago, but I still have too many that I could never finish. So I'm going to definitely have at least one. And the one that I chose first anyway is this Diamond Shop canvas. And this is called, what is this called? Sorry, it's upside down. Date in the Park. This is a legally licensed diamond painting from Diamond Shop. And this particular one is from the artist Leonard Azrimoff. Leonard Azrimoff actually unfortunately passed away a few years ago, and his work was licensed to Diamond Shop. And so this is a super colorful painting. It's got all the rainbow in it, and I thought that it would be a lovely diamond painting to do. This is a 30 by 60 centimeter painting, and it comes with poured glue and everything. I will have lots of information in the description of the Instagram post, but just so that you can see, this actually comes with crystal diamonds. So instead of the plastic, please ignore the tape. Instead of the kind of plastic flat color diamonds, these have a complete rhinestone. So it's super sparkly and really, really pretty. This particular kit retails for probably in the $50 to $60 range. And I'm probably going to throw in a few extra goodies for it. So watch out for this post. Let's raise some money for the Trevor Project. Also, I have something for my yarn friends, those of you who like to knit or crochet. I have 2 skeins of hand-dyed yarn that I dyed myself, and I know that I'm no expert, okay? But this was my first attempt, and it just so happens that it looks like the trans pride flag. So there are 2 skeins. This is a, if I remember correctly, I'll definitely have it in the Instagram post, but this is a cashmere blend. It has about 10% cashmere. So it is really soft. I mean, like, super duper soft. And I think that you could make something or accentuate a project with this. Now, the one thing about these dyes is that they're not color fast, so you have to be very careful when washing. It may fade, but it is a pretty pastel kind of color, and it's a little darker than it's coming off on screen. So I'll make sure that you get proper colors, you know, true to life colors. It's a little bit darker than the screen, but I thought that those colors were very pretty, and I'd like to give them a home. So if you're interested, just make sure that you follow my Instagram for that post. And then last but not least is for my cross stitch friends. So I may add a few extra things to this listing for this particular auction thing. But I was looking through a few things, and I found some things that I'd like to give a home. One of them is this piece of 18 count parchment colored Ada. This is from Mystic Fabrics. Now, the one thing about this is that I started the Harry Potter Stitch Your Own Adventure on this fabric. So you can see it started. If you don't want it, you can frog it, or you can use the rest of the fabric. There's plenty of fabric there. I'm going to add, I have to add a few more things, but the one thing that I found in my stash is actually from my great-grandmother. And this is a really old issue of a magazine called Quick. It is the first ever issue. So this is the premiere issue of Quick. I'll have to do some research and see, you know, how much this goes for online, but this is the first ever one, and there are no pages taken out. It's a complete magazine, just so that you can see. The pages are a bit yellow because it's a little old, and yes, it does have like ducks and stuff. It has some pretty flowers. It has these this sampler on the front with the teddy bears. It is really sweet. I think it's from the 80s, but I can't really find any, I don't see any date on the inside of it, so I'll do some digging. But I found this at my family home, and I know there's someone out there who probably collects these. I'll add a few other things to it, and hopefully we can raise a little bit at least. So if you're interested at all, please make sure that you check out my Instagram on Tuesday evening, my time, which will be Tuesday afternoon for you American folks, those of you watching. So that is it for me today. And I'm so glad that you came to spend some time with me. It's just been a whirlwind this week. I do have something that I'd like to share with you. So this is the giveaway. If you've never participated in a giveaway on my channel, please look in the description box. You must fill in the Happy Mail form, which is linked down below, so that I have your email address, so that if I draw your name using the random comment picker, that I can email you and get a hold of you and get your mailing address. This particular kit was sent to me by a subscriber, and I've had it for a year, and I don't see myself getting the jars that this needs. So I want to say thank you to the person who did send it to me, but I'm going to pass the stash. This is a dimensions kit, and it's meant to put on the top of a jar. So you can see where it says like, I love crafts, this and that, odds and ends, my stash. And these jar toppers are really quick and simple to make. It comes with black Ada and the flosses that you need for all of those designs. Please don't use the word giveaway in your comment, and just use the word jar, J-A-R, in your comment, and I will pick one at random using the random comment picker on next Saturday morning, and choose a winner and send that out. So I want to say thank you all so much for watching. I hope that you have a fantastic weekend and a really good week ahead. Keep it crafty. I hope that you stay safe and well, and I will see you soon in my next video. Take care, everyone. Bye!